YouTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing a new video for me. I'm going to be doing a July favourites because I noticed that there's quite a lot of things this month that I have been using or eating or watching or buying that I've really liked, and I wanted to share some of them with you. So let's get on to my favourites. The first thing I want to talk to you about is sort of book related. It is my drink of choice when reading. In fact, it's generally just my drink of choice. Before I had a baby, I would drink a lot of coffee, a lot of black coffee, and the caffeine would be great and I would be drinking a lot of it. Once I'd had Matilda, I found it really difficult to have caffeine in my diet. It makes me have heart palpitations, it makes me really like shaky and anxious, and so I've tried to cut it out. And I don't mind decaf coffee, I drank it for ages. I'm not particularly keen on black tea and I really don't like milk, so I tried herbal teas, but herbal teas always smell brilliantly, and then when you get them into the cup they just taste like yuck. They just never taste as strong and as pungent as they smell. So I've been on the lookout for a tea that I liked. I quite like green tea, but it's got kind of a bitter taste to it, which I don't like. And then I found this. This is Tea Pigs, which are my brand of choice anyway with tea. And this one is called Yerba Mate tea bags. And the thing I love about Tea Pigs is that the tea bags are really nice. They're made with really nice netting. And you just pop your tea bag into the cup and leave it. I think it says on here you leave it for like 3 minutes, but I just leave mine in the whole time. And it's really lovely. It's got a really nice taste. I think it's a bit like green tea, but without the bitterness. So I'm loving this. I get through a 15 bag box in about 3 days. So I'm in constant supply of these. I've always got a box unopened in the cupboard. Next, it would be remiss of me considering that the majority, in fact all of my life, because I am a housewife and a stay-at-home mum, is about being a mummy. I wanted to talk about my favourite kids book of the month because me and my daughter spend a lot of time reading together. I really want to encourage her to enjoy reading and to explore reading, and we go to the library once or twice a week, and yeah, she likes to read on the toilet, which was great for potty training, and I really do owe reading for getting my daughter through potty training very quickly. But our current favourite book is, well, there's 3 of them, but they're a series of books, and they're called Pip and Posy. There is Pip and Posy and the Super Scooter. Pip and Posy, the Scary Monster. And my favourite, Pip and Posy, the Little Puddle. And these are all by Axel Scheffler. They are minimal words, but really bright, brilliant pictures. And she absolutely loves these, and they're great stories. This one is to help with, letting them know that if you have an accident when you're potty training, don't worry about it, it's okay. Just try again next time. This one is about sort of scary monsters, and it's just her friend dressed up and he's not that scary, and it's just to help them at that stage where they start to have nightmares, which if you watch my channel you'll know that's something we've been dealing with. And this one is about sharing and about how you should share and how accidents happen and being a good friend. And I just think they have lovely messages. They're really great books to read with her, and if you have kids about her age, she's 2.5, we've been reading these since she was 2 and she really loves them, so a definite recommend on those. The next thing I want to talk to you about is my favourite film of the month, and I don't get to go out to the cinema very much. Not just because I don't leave the house, because I do leave the house and I do go to the cinema. She can stay with my husband and when she's asleep or whatever. But I generally just find the prices of going to the cinema are so expensive now. I tend to try and wait until they come out and I can watch them or download them or rent them from iTunes. So this month I rented a film called Beyond the Lights, and I don't believe it ever went to cinemas, and I just think that's a travesty because it's such a great film. It's got two actors in the main male and female roles that I haven't heard of before, but the actress that plays the main protagonist's mum is Minnie Driver, who I think is a brilliant actress. And basically this is about a girl called Nonnie and her pushy mum, and her mum has been pushing her whole life, and she's become a pop star, and she's just about to sort of break into pop stardom with her first album, and she's not happy, and something happens and she tries to commit suicide, and she is saved by a young policeman who is intrigued by her, I suppose, and it's about their relationship, and it's just a really beautiful love story, and it was just a really good film. I really enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed the music, I enjoyed the sort of the love aspect. I just really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend it if you fancy a film like that. It was very, very good. Next up are my favourite books of the month, and that is both my favourite book and my favourite graphic novel. My favourite book of the month unfortunately has gone back to the library, but I'm going to insert a picture here, and that was Uprooted by Naomi Novak. I absolutely adored this story. It was a really good book, a great sort of fantasy with really well developed characters and world, and I loved it. My favourite graphic novel of the month was Sculpture by Scott McCloud. This was a brilliant graphic novel. It was so emotional. It had me thinking. The artwork is great. This isn't my normal style of art. I normally like big, bright, punchy colours, but the story in this was just so great that I didn't even notice, and it was all about the story and the world. So I definitely recommend this one. This is all about a young man called David. He's an artist, he's a sculptor, and he's down on his luck. He had a small amount of fame, and then he's struggling in the art world. He's drinking too much, and he makes a deal with death that he can have 200 days where he can do whatever. He can create anything, masterpieces with his hands, but after that time he will die, and it's about his choices and what happens in those days. And yeah, it was a really good story. Next up is one of my favourite foodstuffs of the month. If you may or may not know, I try and follow a paleo diet, which means that I don't eat dairy or wheat or oats or legumes or sugars. So there's quite a lot of things we don't eat, but these are brilliant. This is Itsu's Crispy Seaweed Thins. I absolutely love these. They're only 24 calories in a pack. They are really yummy and delicious, and yeah, just a bit salty, and they're great for a little snack. So I'm absolutely loving these this month. Next up is my favourite YouTube video of the month. Generally I watch BookTube, but I do occasionally watch other videos, but I really love Carrie Hope Fletcher's It's Way Past My Bedtime. She does a bit of everything. She does some singing, she does some chatty vloggy type videos, she does talk about books, although not as often, but she made a really what I think is an important video recently, and it was called Tall Poppies, and she was talking in it about how we should be encouraging and motivating each other as women in this life to be as much as we can be, and not to be jealous if someone achieves something, even if it's something that you want. So, you know, she was, I think she used the example that when she often goes to auditions, there's people there that she knows and that she's friends with, or she's been in shows with, or is in a show with already. And, you know, she said rather than it being uncomfortable, or rather than being sad or horrible to that person if they get the job and you don't, just say outright, I'm really jealous you got that, I really wanted that. be open and honest. It's okay to feel jealous of someone's good fortune if it's something you wish you had, but there is no need to try and pull that person down and belittle them or make them feel bad about achieving something that you yourself want to achieve. So I just think it was a really nice video, and a really, you know, we should be championing each other, and we should be championing everybody. I think it's just a really nice way to live your life. So I definitely recommend checking out that video if you haven't already on her channel. Next up is a bit of a one-off, but this is my favourite perfume. I don't know if any else of you have had this, but I mean, I've tried loads of perfumes since I was a young girl, and about 2 years ago I found a perfume and I tried it and I really liked it. I liked the smell, but all of a sudden I started getting stopped in the streets by strangers. Not all the time, but I mean, at the moment it happens at least once a week, and someone says, "Excuse me, you smell lovely. I smelt it as I walked past you. Can you tell me what you're wearing?" And I think I must have just found the scent that is mine, and I think there must be like a your scent, because this is the one that without fail everyone comments on. I never get comments on perfume unless I'm wearing this one, and so now it's just a staple, and that is Thierry Mugler's Alien. It's a really cute little bottle, this one, but it's by Thierry Mugler and it's called Alien, and I love it. Next, I want to talk about a couple of favourite beauty products. I've been getting a subscription box recently. I think it's called My Little Paris or My Little Dream. Anyway, it comes with various different things, but sometimes there's some beauty products in there, and this one has been really good. It's called Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, and it's for taking off your makeup, and it says removes makeup, cleanses, smooths, soothes, no rinsing, face, eyes, lips, no perfume, hypoallergenic, even for sensitive skin. And I use this just with some wipes on my face at night. It takes the makeup off so easily, and it just leaves my skin feeling really nice. So I'm really pleased with this, and I think I'm going to buy a big bottle once I've finished. Then on to a couple of makeup items. They're both the same but just different colours, and these are both by Body Shop, and they are their lip and cheek velvet sticks. This one is in this sort of colour, and it's just a stick. You can see the colour there, and the great thing with this is you can put it on your cheeks, rub it in, and it's your blusher, or you can also use it on your lips. This is quite a nude colour. I quite like it on my cheeks. I don't wear it quite so much on my lips, but it's quite nice as a nude colour, but I use this on my cheeks every day, so that's my sort of blusher. This one is brilliant, and I wasn't sure 100% how to use it when I first got it. It is black when you look at it, but it is really clever. It works with the pigment of your skin, so you put it onto your cheeks again, or onto your lips. And it's slightly different on every person. This will look slightly different because I've got the other one underneath, but it works with the pigments in your skin and gives you this sort of purpley colour that best suits you. And I really love it, and I really like the blusher as well. It's a bit darker than the other one, so I don't wear it quite as often, but when I'm going out I love to wear this. So these were my July favourites, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now, BookTube.